Hi, welcome back. My name is Lilia, and today I would like to talk to you about top 5 reasons why you should consider going to a small liberal arts college over a bigger university. Let's get started. Number 1, it's already big enough. The school that I went to had about 500 people in it, counting elementary and up till high school. My graduating class was 20 people. Now, Albion College that I went to, where I did my undergrad, had about 1,500 people in it, which is already 3 times larger than what I was used to. Think about your school experience. Were you ever overwhelmed? Was it the right size for you? Because a small liberal arts college might just be the perfect fit for you. If you go larger than a small liberal arts college, your school will then probably have around 8,000 people in it or more. Notre Dame has around that number. The largest university in the United States is Arizona State University, having about 80,000 people. That's crazy. You will always be seeing strangers. You might even feel overwhelmed sometimes. Just think about, is that something you're looking for? Number 2, small liberal arts colleges provide a more intimate class setting, which means that you will get greater attention from your faculty, your peers, and that you're just in general more likely to be successful academically. And greater attention from faculty means you are more likely to get great letters of recommendation. If all your professor can say about you is very little, then your school's name doesn't matter. Professors at larger universities are just too busy doing research, advising graduate students, teaching, asking for grant money, the list goes on. So there is very little time that they can allocate for an undergraduate student. And just something to remember, you're probably not the only one fighting for that position. So just something to think about. Number 3, small liberal arts colleges are more likely to give you research opportunities and any other job opportunities sooner. For example, I landed a research position with a chemistry professor that I really wanted to work with my freshman year, and I got paid to do that. How crazy is that? My sophomore year, I became a resident assistant and did that for 3 years up until my graduation. I spoke to a friend of mine at the University of Chicago, which is a much bigger and way more well-known school than Albion is, and they told me that I would have been lucky to be a resident assistant there my junior year. There goes my leadership opportunities, right? And also, I have to say that most faculty, no matter which university you go to, big or small, liberal arts colleges or not, they all most likely got their PhDs from really prestigious universities. And if you doubt me, please go check for yourselves. You can just go on the college website, look at faculty, and see which universities they went to. At Albion, no matter where I look, people went to Cornell, to UCLA, they went to Berkeley, they went to MIT, they went to some crazy, highly well-known universities. So that means that for you as an undergraduate student, the quality of research will probably be similar to any other bigger university that you might end up going to. Number 4. Quality of education at a smaller liberal arts college can be better than at a bigger university. For example, my intro chemistry courses at Albion were just so rigorous. We almost always worked independently. The amount of time that we had to complete those labs was just sometimes not enough, right? It was just very difficult for me. And at Notre Dame, I ended up TAing a few labs, and what I witnessed was quite the opposite of what I've experienced at Albion. So students were often working together, labs were shorter, not as rigorous as something I was used to. And of course, some students did well, some students didn't do so well, but all I want to say is that bigger institution does not equal better education. A small liberal arts college can prepare you for what's out there just the same, if not better. Number 5, it is easier to secure a good financial aid package at a smaller liberal arts college than in a more highly ranked school. For example, during my application process, I applied to some highly well-known schools, also known as hidden Ivies, which means that they're highly ranked, but they're not officially Ivy League schools. And I also asked for a lot of money because my family could not afford for me to go to an American institution, without financial aid. And guess how many acceptance letters I received? None. None. I was actually devastated. I thought I was not going to the United States because I had this idea, from Russia, this cultural idea that you have to go to like a very famous school, otherwise your future is just over. That may be true in Russia, but that's definitely not true in the United States. And yeah, later on, I learned about Albion College and that they had nice scholarships for international students. And actually, I was competitive for them, and I ended up securing a full financial aid package that covered all my education costs, which meant I was going to the United States, which I did, right? So I highly advise you to forget the rankings, because in the long run, they don't really matter. What matters is you're going to the United States and that you're going to a college there. And, in the end, it really didn't matter which school I went to. And, if you want a success story, then it's right in front of you. I ended up going to Albion, and then I applied for PhD positions at some prestigious universities, and I got acceptance letters to all of them, and I got full financial aid and to be paid in all of them. So I applied to University of Notre Dame, which is where I chose to go, but I also got accepted to University of Wisconsin-Madison, University of Toronto, and a few other schools. Please forget the rankings, apply to tiny little liberal arts colleges, look for financial aid packages, because they might just be a way for you to come to the United States. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Good luck to you. Daddy, hello. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Hello, hello. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My angel. Yes. Garniusha, come. Uh-oh, uh-oh. We're playing. We're playing. Come. Hello. Okay, I'm working. Sorry, I misled you. Pops, I'm so sorry.